guys, Tyler here. Today I'm trying out Railbound. This is a cute puzzle game about connecting a train's car to its lead car, about drawing train tracks and solving puzzles via that. It seems like it has a cute art style, and I can get behind train drawing puzzle games. I mean, I really enjoyed Cosmic Express, but more on that later. It seems that the game is teaching me a lot right now. There's like switch tracks where the car will actually follow where the rails go, and this was manipulatable. Every other track piece was not manipulatable, and this is kind of more of the same here. You have to make sure that the one car can actually lead to its goal and not be led off course. All right, very cute. Interesting mechanics. I'm curious to see how devilish this gets. It would seem that you can redraw tracks to create a new track system, because that one can actually be driven over. And tracks can be entirely deleted and redrawn. Okay, that's very handy. I can get behind this. It probably is like meant to be a very casual game, but who knows? I mean, it is a puzzle game. Maybe we'll be puzzled through time. Cosmic Express had some very challenging levels. This one, we got two cars. I assume two has to show up after one, otherwise you fail the level. So get them connected all together. And this is just reinforcing the idea, introducing a switch track, which is conveniently already in the right position. This seems to be more of the same, but this one is losable, because as is right now, it looks like both will hit the intersection at the same time. I'm curious, did it like blow up or something? No, that's cute. That's adorable. I just wanted to see what would happen. This is obviously the solution. Just loop around and make it there. And, oh hey, 3 cars. That's cute. It looks like, though, the layout of this track seems to be very conductive to just kind of, whoops, filling that in right there. It seems to kind of railroad you into a very specific solution, and that's the tutorial world. I did see, as we beat some levels, we had to actually unlock some challenge levels. So before I go into the second world, I kind of want to see what this game's idea of a challenge level is. Well, 3 cars, that's a bit of a challenge, and not that many roads. It looks like this uses every single road, though. So that's not too bad, pretty easy for a challenge level. This is 11B, so maybe B levels are harder than A levels. I had 15 tracks I saw for a second. This doesn't look right. First off, 3 is gonna get there before 2, and 2 and 3 won't even go on the main track. But if I do something around the back way, and then I am 1 track short? No, again, 3 would show up before 2. Oh, this one's a little tricky. And I'm actually 1 track off of having the 3 connect to the back of 2. Well, I guess I could have 2 connect to the back of 1. That's the whole idea. I gotta do that twice. All right, there we go. First one that at least caught me off guard a bit. Okay. How about 112 challenge? They're facing each other. I only have 4 tracks. Interesting. What about something like this? Yeah, this looks correct, actually. Barely nudging by each other. I'm surprised they didn't scrape or get any bumps. Okay, I can get behind the challenge levels. It is still World 1. So again, don't expect anything too insane, but it's going well so far, I think. I don't have that many tracks. I gotta be sure that... Ooh, actually, this looks like it'll work quite easily. All right, drawing train tracks, getting to the station. Everything's going smoothly. Again, 3 cars. That seems to be what the standard for a challenge level is. Seems to just be kind of a harder version of the previous level. Because I want to connect this here. I want to have a track that goes away. This is not nearly enough. Yeah, I don't have nearly enough rails to do what I want to do here. How on earth do I actually get 2 and 3 behind 1? Nothing is jumping out to me right now. I mean, obviously I got to get 3 off the track. When does 2 even join? Like, let's ignore 3 for a second. I can get 2 on board. Maybe there's some merit here. Yeah, look at this. That doesn't cost an extra rail, although it looks like it should. I think this, oh, no. No, damn it all. It's close. If I could get 3 to go straight somehow, that would be perfect. What if I do like a ton of switch tracks? Like this. This, again, looks like it would work. Oh, and it does. All right, that's a sick level. I like the amount of switch tracks you have to add. It seems like there's actually a very large design space within like solving a level. There's actually a lot of decisions to make considering the switch tracks. Now this has a lot of pre-placed track. Again, if it's dark, it can't be deleted. And then I wonder if there's like a bit of a bait here, because I was thinking, how can the other tracks merge with the one if they start, or if one goes through this kind of spiral or this swerve? And I feel like it's not gonna happen. This way though, this way the other cars will merge with the one. The issue is 2's gonna arrive before 1. Well, another thing I was thinking is have both 2 and 3 come through this, but then we have the problem where I guess at this junction I can't have both cars turn into this little swerve, this S piece. Well, I think I could just have it loop around then. That works. And that uses all of them, so you know it's right. And that's the entirety of the first world. I think this could get pretty tricky. Let's see what World 2 does. Probably introducing a new mechanic, tunnels, which are just like more normal portals. There's a lot of underground track there. 6. What if I just kind of... Okay. I'm waiting for the level that actually just has the tunnels be a total bait, and it's totally just faster to get to the engine by going straight to it. Well, this... Oh, 1 can't latch onto this. Interesting. Well, I can have 1 dart right for here, and then 2 come in after 1. Yeah, okay, so the unmovable, unjoinable tracks are just a different color in every world. Well, it looks like both are gonna start by going into the tunnel coming out here. It's just really making sure you got the tunnel thing going. I kinda wanna do 2-4A to switch it up, but, oh wait, there's multiple tunnels. Oh, cool. Oh, super cool. Super cool, does this work? 1 goes through dark, comes out dark, goes in light brown, comes out light brown. 2 goes in, then comes out here. I don't think 2 gets there. Oh, they just hit each other. Yeah, of course it doesn't. Why wouldn't I have 2 just go after 1? That's a much less interesting solution than I was hoping, but I guess that makes a lot of sense. I like the multi-tunnel system, though. I feel as though there's a lot you can do with it. You just have 2's tunnel, have a little bend afterwards. But right now, again, it just feels like it's tutorializing. I mean, I got 8 whole tracks here. This is quite a bit. It's enough to do this. Yeah, it just seems that right so far all the solutions have kind of been get 1 in and then get the other trains to just be directly behind it. And it seems like it's doing that again, but with 3 trains. So I'm hoping at some point there can be like a diversity to solutions, because it's basically the same puzzle again and again and again. I can only hope this one isn't so simple, but it kind of looks like it still is. Get 1 in first and then get the other cars to come directly behind it. And when I say directly behind it, I mean, of course, that's how you win, but I'm talking about like they follow up on 1's track. That it just seems like the way you solve it is exactly the same. But I mean, the challenge levels are generally more interesting. Let's do 2-3A, because I'm looking for the system to be defied. And actually, it seems like we might be getting a little bit of defiance already. Because the issue with this is it looks like 3 is going to get there too fast. So I think the catch is that we're supposed to go out through here. Yeah. Yep. You go in the opposite order of what you'd expect for tunnels. I like it. So for once, we're not taking the most obvious solution for 1 and then just following up with the others. You got to think about all the cars as a whole. This one looks like it might have to be dealing with the first car first, and then have 2 go a little extra distance, and then I'm out of track for 3. So it's not that easy. How about I start more like this? Yeah, with 2 right after 1, and then 3 can just kind of cover some extra distance, so it can reach the tracks after the others. It might bump though, and it does. All right, not that easy. Right, this one's actually quite tricky. Anything that ends with a B has had a good track record so far. Yeah, and the main issue is like the 3 car. It pretty much has to start by making a left turn, and the 1 and 2 can't really go into this area between the fences, because then they'll just go on the 3 track, hit the fence. It'll be a disaster. And is there any way I could slow the 3 car down just a little bit? Or speed up the 2 car? Yeah, but then 1 hits 2. That's just a different problem. What if I create... Am I able to create some sort of loop? What the hell is going on? I feel like this is a crazy switch track solution. Honestly, don't think I'm far off. It's just kind of mind-blowing right now. What about something more like this, but with a little extra distance? Yeah, does this make any sense? So 1 would go through, hit this bend, go through. 2 would hit this bend, go through. 3 would come in, hit this bend, and then go through. Oh my god, okay, switch track mania. That's a sick puzzle. Okay, do a 2-4-A. This forces me to do some sort of loop, because the only way out is through the tunnel backwards. This has 2 show up before 1, so what gives? Well, this almost works. What if I 2 kind of loop around like this? Yeah, that looks like it should work. Nice little spaghetti track. If this was like a real railroad setup, many people would die. Now we just got multiple tunnels. Well, let's draw the tracks that are mandatory. We have to have these tracks. Damn, I really only have 4 tracks to work with, so I guess it's gonna be a track here, track here, track here, track here, and we just gotta figure out how it switches up. Yeah, maybe be something like this, although 2 and 3 are gonna collide. So I don't know what you want me to do there. Yeah, I think I just need to find the right switch tracks for the job. That's really all it boils down to. So I could have 3 go directly into here, 2 go here. This at least does not have any collisions. This just might be it. Although it seems like 3 might get there a little early. Oh yeah. Ooh, that's way off. I guess 1 could just go directly and ignore all the tunnels. Maybe that's the line. And then 2 could go into the brown tunnel, come out after 1, and then 3 could go into the black tunnel, which kind of looks like this actually, except they collide. So that looks right. Yeah, the black tunnel feeds into the brown tunnel. All right, that was a very tricky one. How did I not consider that 1 could just go straight there without any tunnels? 8 railroad tracks. Create something that looks like it should be simple, but clearly isn't. And the issue is that coming out of the black tunnel is just gonna lead you right into the brown tunnel. So what I almost wanna do is have this, yeah, it's a loop thing here. But 2 also has to be a bit delayed, so it doesn't bump into 1. And that one's not so bad. Alright, some of these I'm getting more quickly than others. 2-7-A. And now they got a bit more of a purpley tunnel. I almost want to work backwards with this. It feels like, since 3 is last, I want that here. But I don't really like that setup. I think I'd rather have it be more, yeah, like this. And this just seems clean. Awesome, awesome, awesome. 1, 2, 3. Now with only 2 sets of tunnels, can I really do the same puzzle, but with 1 fewer sets of tunnels? Well, I want to try the idea where just 1 goes into brown and then kind of comes out, and then 2 loops around, and then 3 loops around like this, and does that look anywhere near correct, or are 2 and 3 gonna bump? No. Okay, that looks pretty good. Alright, that was pretty easy for a B. All things considered, I guess an A gave me the most trouble, but we'll do 1 more mechanic. At least I hope it's a new mechanic. There's a button, which probably opens that gate. Ah, yes. I wish I knew the railroad terminology for this. But the crossing is opened after presses the button, of course. 2 has to press the button for 1 this time. Now, that's interesting. Well, it seems like I've just got to wind back as much as possible with 2. Yeah. To get it behind 1. That's still not too bad. And the button's way over here now. So it's almost like I have to have 1 kind of double back on itself. And then 2 can join the party. Yeah, this looks right. No chance of collision thanks to the button. And also, I noticed on the second press of the button, the gate closes. I bet that will matter at some point. It might actually matter in this level. Yeah, the trick is how can I make the gate open when both vehicles go through? And the answer is just push it an odd number of times. And if I do it like this, it should have an odd number of presses, and they'll both be able to get through. I wasn't sure if the timing would work out. I bet the timing will matter in the future. Oh, and that's just a ton of gates. One button controls all the gates, it would seem. Well, quite devilish this appears to be. I don't know what the point of this track is. Yeah, when do I go through here? It seems like I'm not using all my roads, so I'm definitely not finding the solution if I haven't used all the roads yet. Or all the rails. What on earth? Okay, nothing's immediately coming to me right now. Yeah, maybe the journey of one is not a simple one at all. It feels like this is where all the tracks should go. It's what makes the most sense. Now what I just don't know is how to properly set it up. What about something more like this? This creates an endless loop. No, that's not endless at all. Although it does make two come before one. And have one trapped, which is a nightmare altogether. Maybe I don't need these tracks or like baits, and actually the other two tracks are out here somehow. Wouldn't count on it though. Well, maybe it could be onto something. Almost onto something. We need to hit the button an even number of times. Well, maybe it's actually this simple. Maybe this is how it's done. Ah, yeah, okay. Not at all how I envisioned the track layout to be. I got way too hung up on that one idea for too long. Okay, well, there are some mandatory tracks, it would seem. I've got to have a loop somewhere. So I got to be a full loop either here or here. I guess it could also be back here, and that might make more sense. So let's see, hit the button, it goes through. Yeah, it looks like it should work. Very cute. It's actually so satisfying to watch these go. I mean, just like Cosmic Express. The big train's more in the middle. So again, there has to be tracks here and probably a loop of some sorts here with one going here. Does this seem anywhere near right at all? Let's see what this does. It works. So this track being a split track was a bait. Nothing came of that. And now just a ton of different colored gates. Well, it seems like you just hit the gates in order then. Is that all there is to it? Yeah, okay, that's a pretty simple level. A nice breather after some of the choosy ones that we've had to deal with. So I gotta open a lime gate, and then I'm stuck behind a red gate. And then I hit the blue gate. This one also seems like it plays itself. You just open the gates in order, nice. Oh, we're at a single car. Interesting, so it must be difficult to only hit the button once? Let me try doing it more like this. Because I don't know, doing it the other way. Oh, this hits the button twice though. Okay, maybe I do just have to draw things the long way. No, it's not that easy. Okay, where can I draw these then? Maybe like here? Is there any way I can hit the button 3 times? Yeah, because otherwise I'm one track short of exactly what I want to do. Hold on, let's delete everything. This one must be quite harder than it looks, or I'm just missing something very obvious. It seems that to solve a lot of these puzzles, you have to envision a lot in your head, and that's one of my weak points when it comes to puzzle solving. Can't really picture things in my head that well. More of a pure logic sort of guy. So maybe I need to like break this down into some logical rules. Well, I had one, you can only hit the button once, which means that you can't have a loop after the button. I suppose you have like a loop going around the button. Maybe that's the catch. Yeah, all right. A loop going around the button. Pretty easy. Though I got hung up on some trick beforehand. So I gotta hit the blue button. Everything's set in stone here. And it's not this easy. Still got 3 more tracks. Probably go in something like here. If I had to guess. Does this look right? Oops, no, that's not right. I need to execute a turnaround, and that should be the one. Alright, I had space for everything I needed. And it seems I've completed the level. Oh no, there's a fallen Pam tree on the tracks. How terrible. Do you like following the story of those cute dogs? Let's knock out the challenge levels and I'll call it a video. The gate is behind 2? Interesting. So obviously a track piece has to go here. Well, I guess I could execute 2 turnarounds. Well, but then isn't one going to go towards the gate? Or will it say, oh no, no, okay. Just because there's a gate does not mean it's not going to follow the tracks, of course. Oh, well, it's then this simple. I literally just need to press 1 button. Click one thing. Duh. So I need to hit the lime gates an odd number of times and the darker blue an even number of times. That just means I need to turn around again. And that's how it's done. There we go. Evens and odds and evens for these gates. Do a 3-8 now. 1 car. I need to hit the red and blue once and the yellow possibly twice. Unless if I think I'm capable of hitting both red and blue without hitting yellow, but I don't have enough rails for that. So I think the original idea was correct. So the question is, how exactly do I hit the yellow twice? Well, I guess I could have a loop here. That hits the yellow twice and the others once. Not too bad. I'm terrified of what 3-8B could be. Oh my god, that's a lot of gates. Only 9 placeable tracks. So I need to get through yellow first, and then blue, and then purple, and then yellow, and then blue. Oh, this is devilish. Okay. Everything needs to be hit an odd number of times. How do I have car 2 hit every color an odd number of times? Because I guess the order doesn't actually matter. So there are 3 blue switches, 3 yellows, 3 reds, 2 purples. So one of the purples will be missed or hit multiple times. Probably missed. Let's go with missed. All right, so far, this dodges a good chunk of them. Ooh, I don't like this. No. Let's go through here. So I hit everything an odd number of times now, but now I need to like hit 2 blues. Oh god. I could also elect to miss the other purple, if that doesn't sound too crazy. It would probably look a little bit like this. This just looks good, actually. Hold on. I'm trying to have it be a super clean route that doesn't have any switch tracks. This looks like it hits everything an odd number of times. Alright, breaking that down wasn't so bad. I really thought I would have to do a double back at some point. There is a 310C to cap all this off. Gross. Okay, yellow needs to be hit even number of times, blue an odd number of times. So we'll do a loop around blue for starters. And then I kind of want some sort of, well, I'll do a turnaround here, right? This will hit yellow twice. Yeah. Not too bad. 310C, I'm scared of it, man. 2 cars, hit the blue switch and get to the goal. 10 tracks is pretty low if you ask me. Well, I know I have to hit the button, so these tracks are mandatory. Then of course it has to keep going. Maybe then these 4 and I just do a bunch of switch tracks somehow? Well, but I still need tracks here. I still need tracks going to the exit. This is 10 tracks, and I don't even have anything coming out of the tunnel. So maybe I just ignore the tunnel? Yeah, but I never make it to the exit then. Hold up. This could be the one. Please don't bump. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. This looks like it could work. Yeah, there we go. So you do in fact use the tunnel. Could have been a bait. Sometimes they do that. I mean, you do have it be like a bait maybe 10% of the time. Just enough to keep people guessing. Well, unless if the challenge is still tricky even with the tunnels being there. I don't know, it's an interesting like puzzle design, because if you always use every element, then I guess that might trivialize some of the puzzles if a player figures that out. But then a really good puzzle has to use every element and still has to be a challenge. I gotta figure out what the hell is even going on. Blue, even. Yellow, odd. Red, even. And this is the dastardly 310C. Might be the hardest puzzle in the game. Still have 10 rails. Yeah, this one is very fiendish. So it feels like the bottom path has to be traversed twice, and the top path has to be traversed once. Because thankfully it did separate red and blue from yellow. The real catch is, how do I get to the exit? Does one just decide to go through? That doesn't really make much sense. Yeah, actually, how do the cars get out of here? With this being a mandatory road, one looks like it's just gonna beeline straight for the exit. And if for some reason it's a switch track, I guess this could work. But that means there's gotta be a turnaround somewhere, because we have to exit through green. Well, I guess the turnaround could be here. Yeah, hold up. Hold up, this looks interesting. It might be a bad order, but I think there's something really interesting about it. What's interesting is they collide with each other. No, 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 bad, bad, bad. Don't do that. Well, I did it wrong. This is the actual correct way. Oh, but it's not quite what I wanted. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I think I just said what I wanted to do backwards. No, it is wrong. Yeah, okay. It is backwards, because we go through the top twice and the bottom once with this route. What if you go through the bottom once? Wait a second. Why was I saying the whole time that I need to go through the bottom twice and the top once? That's just wrong. What I actually need to do is go through each of these exactly once, through the top and the bottom. So maybe I just do need, in fact, 2 turnarounds that look like this, because this will go through the bottom once and the top once. Huh. Yeah, okay, the premise the whole time wrong. Great job at counting. Yeah, absolutely nailed that. Okay, I need to press the yellow button an odd number of times. Don't mess this one up. 7 tracks, 6 to go. I assume the tracks are gonna be in these spots. But that's not necessarily true. Doesn't feel right. Probably because it's wrong. Think this will cause a collision? This kind of just looks right. Just by messing around, yeah. I'm liking this strategy of figure out where the most likely positions of tracks are and then mess with the switch tracks. This does not feel like one I can actually visualize at a time. I feel like I just need to kind of run it and see what the hell happens. So here, button goes up, and now we're stuck. Not great. Interesting, so I think car 1 needs to hit the button twice before going into the tunnel. So at least both 1 and 2 will be through, and then afterwards I can plan it out as I see fit. Wanted to make some sort of double back here, and this looks right. So this will get car 2 through. And now car 1 makes it to here. So now, do I have enough tracks to just get there? This looks like it could be right, possibly. Almost right. Very close to it. So again, I need to double back. Oh, and I have exactly 4 rails left. Well, that's just perfect then. All right, let's send it. Oh, almost a collision there. That would have been disappointing, but hey, World 3 complete. This game's actually pretty sick. The tutorial was pretty weak sauce, but now that I've gotten to the thick of it, it's puzzling, I'll tell you that. We're not even halfway through. I'm kind of terrified to see how challenging this in fact can get. Let me know if you want to see more. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day and peace.